tomorrow.
Well, good. Stay out of the way of the tornadoes.
Yes, we are. We had one watch warning in New Orleans.
Right. Okay. David's going to tell us to shut up now. He's getting ready.
Okay. Good,
Yeah,
good talk to you.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Good, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rotary Club of Sebastopol Sunrise. Look at this.
Oh, get rid of it.
Let's have a look over here and see how we're doing. Seriously, this is actually working. It took a year, but here we are. So, welcome, glad to see you all. This is being recorded, so everybody be nice. Get it? And it's, by the way, April 13th. Not that long until somebody else stands up here at the podium and that somebody else is Diana Curtis. On with Scott. Scott said something that I held on to the entire year. When asked what was his best day as president, he said the day after I wasn't president. Thank you all for having your masks on. Please put them on when you are not eating or drinking actively. That's going to protect everybody in the room. We do have some vulnerable people in here. And Michael Cook.
Yeah,
He was in the Army, so he has this down.
it's face the flag. One of the allegiance to the flag, United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Y'all did that very well. Thank you. Joe, the bass band coming. You know, I wanted to spell this a different way, but I thought that wouldn't be right.
No, base BSE now. What time of year is it, Terry? Baseball. Here we go. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jacks. I don't care if I ever get back at it's root for the Lions. It's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Yeah, start. Make some noise with those high support. And thank these setup teams, because you know what? It's a bunch of people that are doing that. That's real life. And Mike McLaughlin, I don't know how you got on takedown. You're totally a setup and do everything now. But your name this time. So thank you all for the work that you do to get this in and set up. I walked in here at 6:15, start the heat, start the lights, start hauling crap around, and whoa, I'm not allowed to say that, am I? Somebody find me. You heard that word before? Okay, that's good enough. Reader, Bill Sauber was there greeting. Lori Darling was there greeting, as she always is. So who else was greeting with you? Diana Curtis. Yep. And if you need a hug, just go on over to the table. They've got extra. A thought for the day from Marnie. Please do. And use the microphone. By the way, everybody, just in case you're wondering, good microphone etiquette demands that you not do this. Good microphone etiquette demands that you put it right up there by your mouth so that you can really hear yourself and get totally embarrassed.
No.
Against the mic.
There we go.
Green light, okay. My thought for the day is Lou Reed and Laurie Anderson's Rules to Live By. For quick context, Lou Reed was a musician, singer-songwriter, and poet. He was the guitarist, singer, and principal songwriter for the Velvet Underground and had a solo career that spanned 5 decades. Reed's most successful single was Take a Walk on the Wild Side in 1972. His wife, Laurie Anderson, who was just interviewed on 60 Minutes, is an avant-garde artist, composer, musician, film director, whose work spans performance art, pop music, and multimedia projects. She pursued a variety of performance art projects in New York during the 70s, focused on language, technology, visual imagery. She became more widely known outside the art world with her single, Oh Superman, reached #2 on the British pop charts in 1981. Laurie is a pioneer in electronic music and has invented several experimental musical instruments that she uses in her recordings and performance art shows. Her career also spans 5 decades. She's still a very active artist. Currently, the Smithsonian's Hershore Museum is presenting the largest ever US exhibition of her groundbreaking artwork until July 31st of this year. Lou and Laurie met in 1992 and were married from 2008 until his death in 2013. In April 2015, Lou was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. This was part of Laurie's eulogy to Lou. I'm reminded of the 3 rules we came up with, rules to live by. I'm going to tell you what they are because they come in really handy. Because things happen so fast, it's good to have a few catchwords to fall back on when there's not enough time to think. The first one is, don't be afraid of anyone. Now, can you imagine living your life so that you're afraid of no one? And second is, get a really good bullshit detector and learn how to use it. And third is, be really, really tender.
What is the deal with this mic? Is it working? Yeah, okay, good. I'll bet you're sorry about that. And what is the deal with this empty table? Is it my breath? Oh, visitors and guests. We would like introductions of visitors and guests. Please put your hand up if you're in the room and you've got a guest.
I'm very happy to introduce Gideon Johnson, who's a member of the Petaluma Valley Club, and he's my nephew.
Good morning again. It is my pleasure to introduce someone who is no stranger to this club and hopefully will not be a stranger in the future. You all remember Debbie.
I can that from the Noon Club.
We'll get to you in a minute. We're coming online.
We have a contingent here from Laguna High School. Kimberly Nyberg, the office manager, Ollie Reed, the principal. And we have Scott Gilbert is one of our student of the month. We'll talk to him in a minute. And his sweet mom, Cheryl, and Julia Wright, and her mother, Carolyn.
Wonderful. Hey, and online, who's going to introduce our guest online? Okay, well, that's Ruby and Jack Dunlap. I'd know them anywhere, and you would too now. Look, there they are. Welcome, and good to see you guys there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's time to mute all, so they can't say thank you anymore. Okay, just a quick reminder, Rotary inspiration. These 3 websites This was sent out to you in an email. If you're wanting to make a contribution to the efforts in Ukraine, that you know are going to be efficient and effective and wonderful. So give it some thought, go back and do that. And if you do that good deed, please tell on yourself. Share that we're doing it. Students of the month. And now, Wayne Britton.
So we have and I'm going to talk to you again in a minute. And Scott is a senior this year. So Julia, I overheard you were a singer. Is that right?
Yeah.
Tell us, why don't you tell us a little bit about that? And also, I know that you volunteer. Is the food? Which food group is it that you volunteer at?
I have volunteered with my dad at his church, and they do this thing every month where they bring in a group of homeless people, and we set up the room kind of like this, and basically I was like being a server for them and bringing up food and having a nice little dining experience.
Which church? is that?
What was the question?
Which church is that? Oh.
We don't know. So let's see. And Scott, so you're a senior this year. What are you thinking about doing? Your family actually has a small shop, right? You work there and you do customer service and stuff. So what are you thinking about doing this coming year? You're going to be graduating, and that's going to be exciting. And tell us what you're thinking about.
Well, I'm planning on going to Santa Rosa Junior College and taking a couple automotive technician courses, so I can potentially help out the family stock shop even further, not just behind the counter stuff.
Very good. Thank you. So for both of you guys, we've got this beautiful plaque here that you can display proudly in your bedroom and show all your friends. And I'm sure it's will be something that you can always think about and keep. And what it says is Student of the Month for your exemplary demonstration of respect, responsibility, and rigor. So I've got one of these for each of you guys. Congratulations. And for you, I don't want you to spend this all in one place. Jerry made it complicated for me. So I've got 150. I'll give you the 50. And I'll give you 2 20s and a 10. I think that puts up 50. So congratulations, you guys. And we really are happy that you have worked hard, because you're going to be supporting us when we get old. We don't have any money. So thanks a lot. Thank you guys.
Well done. Congratulations. And happy birthday is due. Are you ready?
This Saturday. My wonderful wife is in Vancouver visiting her mom up in BC, and she'll be back on Friday night. And my son and I are going to plant a tree that she's really been wanting. She loves this double weeping cherry. She fell in love with it this spring. So we're going to plant it for her and other stuff.
Awesome. So she comes back and it's in the ground already. Nothing for her to do.
We're going to do it. We have to know where she wants it put.
All right. There's all that. Well, and water those things in good and keep them wet. Joe, wait a minute. Hey, Joe. So I think this is the new grants your grandparents, right?
Yes.
And your grand people,
And
and
we
you're at
went,
the Grand Canyon. This is a triple grand.
we did. We
Wow.
had a little road trip, 3 national parks, a Cactus League baseball game, a museum, and then on to San Diego. So it was a great road trip. And
That's fabulous. So I'm really excited to see the
somewhere.
Excel pop up.
Yeah.
That's Joe's latest sale.
Yeah. He stole it from Terry. There we go.
Oh, there you are back again.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to just fill in some numbers there and make a major contribution. That's wonderful. Okay, so, and in the same pose, there's Joe again.
Here we are again.
What were you guys up to?
Well, it was the end of the trail, as the sign says in the back. We weren't sure about the weather, so we decided to just head on the Redota Trail. Went up to just about Fulton Road and back, and it was a nice walk. It actually went very, very well. So there you have it.
Monday mornings, regular thing, very healthy, right? And fun. And let's talk about some magic moments. And let's hear from Dan, who is in this picture.
So this is the Helping Out People team that came out to help folks from that were vetted by the Senior Center this past Saturday. And so this group of mainly people from Kiwanis and the Noon Club and our club went to 3 or 4 different locations and helped folks do things around their house that they hadn't been able to perform. David and I and 3 other folks from the Gravenstein Lions went over and did some irrigation repair and mowing and replaced some filters on a heater and a number of other things, and got a lot of work done on Saturday morning. So those opportunities will keep coming up periodically, and you'll have opportunities to come help too. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, the gal in the, the gal in the center there is our new friend. She was so delighted at what was done. She was widowed last year, a little bit at a loss for how to take care of things, and it was very meaningful to her. And for those who are interested, she's a Stanford graduate. She didn't put her hat on. I tried to get her to do it, but no. And Wayne Britton, doing good stuff in the world.
Well, I don't know. I'm trying to finish my breakfast. Yeah, finish it. So there is a vocational interviewing program coming up at West County Schools. Is it County or is it West County?
It's West County
But I thought they changed it.
for next
For next year. Okay. It's gonna be Emily. I think they had it over. So we can send around information on this program, but if any of you are interested in hiring students, maybe for the summer, you might be interested in participating in this program. So we'll let you know. We'll let you know when that is going to take place and where. And I don't know, is that all you want?
Yeah. And so this was practice interviewing, giving students a vocational opportunity to try out interviewing. We interviewed a number of students, and we've been, Wayne and I and others have been doing this for a while, and it's really good practice, really good feedback for them, and heartwarming to see how many wonderful, well-spoken students there are in our world. Yes, Dan?
Mentioned it was the Service Action Coalition program.
Okay. So, well, I think you did mention that there were folks from a lot of different service clubs. But that coalition is something that we helped to found this the last half of last year and is continuing now. So the Service in Action, Sebastopol Service and Action Coalition is a coalition of all of the clubs that are here in the area. I think you all know that. So this was an activity of that group. It's coordinated by a fellow named Don Pinardo, who is in the Lions, and was attended by, Kiwanis were there, Lions were there, Rotary was there big time, as we always are. Pardon? Yep, and Diana Rich from the city council was there. So is there somebody with fairly limited time now who would like to express their gratitude for their lives, things that are happening? And I think I see some hands up. There's Michael Fells. And did I see a hand? I did.
Thank you very much. So I would like to express my gratitude for the great turnout we had Sunday for the book lunch. And those of you who were there, I hope had a good time. I had a good time, and I appreciate very much the support that I got in the Occidental Center for the Arts that got quite a nice cash donation. And so I'm going to give some money to our club foundation, but I also want to give you the chance to be grateful for helping out while I'm gone this summer. I'm going to be away from the beginning of May to the end of July. And during that time, maybe one or more of you would like to volunteer, take my place at Castle, which is the preschool daycare center behind the College View, Parkside Elementary. Every Thursday from 12 to 2, we're unloading the truck that comes from the Redwood Empire Food Bank and boxing up food for approximately 20 drive-through families that need food for a week, and approximately 17 families from the Castle daycare facility. So that's 37 families every week that get a huge amount of food from us. So if you're interested in doing that, Dan is going to coordinate my replacement. And if you talk to him and let him know that you're interested in doing all of that time or a part of that time, that would just be great. And you'll have a lot of fun. A lot of nice people come through and are volunteering there.
Real quick, I just want to thank the club for the district grant that we did. We got reimbursed $2,400 from District 5130 as a matching grant for the community service project that we did this Rotary year. So that's part of the money that gets donated to the Rotary Foundation that comes back to the district and then given to the clubs to do the grants like we did. So we doubled our money there, and thank you, club.
Test. So looking for that grateful slide. So Stan had a little bit of a stroke last week, right after our first Friday. I think Joe was the last one to talk to him. We partied too hard, I guess.
Must have. Last Peter did again.
I'm happy to joke a little bit because it was mild, but it was enough to be definitely a scare. So he's like lost function in a few parts of his body. He's coming back really well. So he's doing well. It's like a 5 on a scale of 42. But he'll be back hopefully another first Friday. But on the grateful thing, I asked him a while back, what are the 2 secrets to a happy life? And he said, 1, learning how to be generous, and learning how to be grateful.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anybody else before we move on? Moments of gratitude. I feel like this might be working. Leave it. I just have to believe in it? There you go. Okay. So there are flyers on the back of the table. Our speaker from a few weeks ago brought the flyers over, and I have this. So how would you like to support our sister cities, actually, in Ukraine in their time of need, and go to a feature movie. The fellow who was Elijah Wood, who starred in the Ring trilogy and The Hobbit and all of that, is the star of this film that was filmed in Ukraine. I've seen it. It's beautiful. You'd like it. He was Frodo, so if you remember Frodo, there you go. So pick up a flyer, and the date here in Sebastopol, just to make sure, is Tuesday the 19th. You can go to a 1 p.m. or a 7 p.m. showing. So if we get their seats filled and help them out, it's an inexpensive and nice way to support the efforts in Ukraine to keep people whole. Apple Blossom Parade is coming up. Let's don't spend a lot of time on it, given the time we've got. But if you want to walk in that parade, if you want to help the announcers to set up for that, just go by the booth right here at the corner of High Street in Maine, right? Is that where you're going to be, Terry?
High school.
High,
Not
oh.
High Street, High School.
Yeah, High Street, yeah. Right, so no high. High school.
We're at the beach.
Yeah, you're at the V. You're at the corner. Be out there, right there. So they need a little bit of help putting up the tables, getting things set to go, and then you can wander over and walk in the parade. And then you can come on over, connect with Brian and the group, Chamber of Commerce, and help to do all sorts of the functional things that make all of this happen. We are really good, hands-on, get there, make things happen people. Are we not? Yeah, we are. So if you can volunteer for those things, that would be good. In addition to that, that same Service and Action Coalition group that we were talking about earlier is going to have a booth there, and it's going to promote volunteerism, put up the banner of service organizations and their relevance in our community. And you know, that is a lead in towards contributions, people showing up at our fundraisers and eventually members, right? Because a lot of us came in different ways, but one way was just the introduction. So if you're willing to come and staff that table, you can help out with that. And if somebody joins the Masons rather than us, I feel sorry for them, but they are certainly welcome to join any organization that does good in this world. Is that right? Yes. Yes, thank you. Oh, by the way, how about if you can't do any of that stuff and you're gone for the weekend, how about if you come on over on Friday and help them put together the float? You saw what the float looked like from last time. This time it's going to be awesome. District conference, Marty, is coming up on the 19th, 20th, and 21st. Really, the big days are Friday evening and Saturday all day. This is where you get together with Rotarians from all up and down the district, Sonoma County up to the Oregon border. People are getting together to celebrate a year that you'll be trying to forget for the rest of your life. You'll meet Rotarians, you'll get inspired, you'll see some great folk. There are probably awards and all of that sort of stuff. I'm sure our club will place well because we are freaking awesome. But put that on your schedule and consider going. Maybe we'll put together some carpools. It will be in, not Arcata. Fortuna, there you go.
And it's a rockabilly theme.
It's a rockabilly theme. They were listening to you. There's going to be music, there's going to be dancing, and there's going to be fun, and there's going to be food, and there's going to be late night parties so that you have trouble getting up in the morning to be able to get to any of the conference things, but they will have breakfast, you know, so good. So think about doing that. I'll keep that slide up for a little bit. Sign-ups are coming out to your email individually, and you have to sign up through your own email. Thank you for the folks who are wearing their masks. You guys are doing great. Rotary's Learn to Swim program starts up soon. Monday, April 25th and Tuesday, April 26th are when you go in and get an orientation. And then 2 times a week for 4 weeks, you teach children how not to drown and maybe how to swim. What a thought. So all that stuff on your calendars. Be Monday hikers at 7:30 in the parking lot most times. And you can reach out to Joe. Joe, you seem to always know what's going on and I'll often be there. And there are others. Okay, April 16th, coming right up, 9 to 12, adopt a road cleanup. We're going to clean up High School Road again. I went by. It could use some help. So there is a sign up. We're getting them?
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah, people like to wait too. So, Bill.
Just a comment about that. It is forecast for light rain, light showers. So if you do come to sign up, be sure and wear a rain jacket and a hat. Other than that, long sleeves, closed-toed shoes, gloves. I will be supplying gloves and safety vests and the pickers and the bags.
Huh. So Carbine should wear. Okay, no heels. It's rough out there, but it's a lovely thing to do, and there is every effort to make this a safe and wonderful experience for all concerned. So you got the stuff about the parade float construction. Board of Directors is meeting on the 18th. You can log in on the club calendar. Just come on and join, see what we're up to, what we're talking about. I'll be curious to see what's happening there myself. And learn to swim. Redwood Empire Food Bank. April the 27th, 2 to 4. Then the district conference. So Redwood Empire Food Bank, you can go. How do you sign in, Dan? How do you do that?
There's a link on our club calendar.
Go to the club calendar, look for the 27th, hit that link, and it'll take you to the sign up, and then you'll be there making food available to people in our world. Lovely thing to do. How awesome is this? April is the awesome month. Announcements. Kathy.
I just want to thank Marty for donating his house on May 11th. We're going to do a fireside chat. It's Wednesday, May 11th at Marty's house. Yeah, no, we gotta wait. But anyway, it'll be a potluck dinner. Any of you past presidents that want to be on the agenda, love to have you. Let me know. We'll have the agenda.
I just wanted to give a little status on our TikTok project. Friday, I went and sent an email to the Interact president and a text message, and now I'm just waiting for him to respond so that we can meet with him and the 6 others or 5 other students that need to be on our team. And so that is what the status is for TikTok.
So in a few weeks, I'm going to have tomato plants for sale. We're going to donate all the money to Laguna High School for their graduation. So if you're looking to buy tomato plants, if you can hold off a few weeks, hopefully we'll have some ready for you. So.
Next week's presenter is going to be about election integrity. Eva Marie Proto. Eva Marie Proto, who's going to be talking to you. So you're going to want to be there for that, right? And this week's speaker is our own Anna Booker, introduced by
Charlie Judson. So our friend and fellow member Anna is a passionate advocate for those in our community who have no voice, who are suffering from homelessness, mental illness, and addiction. And she is the community outreach manager at West County Community Services. She's served in this county for a number of different positions in the last 5 years. And she's currently focused on bringing diversity to West County Community Services. Her topic today is services available to Sebastopol.
I apologize. I probably got off.
Yes.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me as a speaker here at the Rotary Club of Sunrise Sebastopol. This morning, I'd like to begin with a quote from Mother Teresa. And the quote is, "The poverty of being unwanted, unloved, and uncared for is the greatest poverty. We must start in our own homes to remedy this kind of poverty." Every year, an annual homeless count is completed in Sonoma County. From the 2021 survey, Sonoma County found that there are 2,800 homeless individuals within the county. Of those 2,800 individuals, 60% are living exposed to the elements, meaning they are living in streets, hillsides, near rivers, woods, and underpasses. The study also showed that 88% of them lived in Sonoma County before becoming homeless, and 64% of those 88 lived in Sonoma County for 10 years or more. These individuals are our mothers, our fathers, our brothers and our sisters, our neighbors, our extended family members, are wanted, unloved, and uncared for. So what does West County Community Services do about this issue? Well, we cannot fix the entire issue, but we definitely help it out. And what we do at West County Community Services is we focus on core programs: counseling and behavioral health, employment services, senior services, homeless and housing services, underpinned by crisis support fund. The services that we provide here in Sebastopol are services provided to the schools in Sebastopol. At Brookhaven and Laguna High School, we have counselors. We also, I've also been promoting an emergency rental assistance program. And we have Park Village Housing Project. And we have Jennifer Lake, who does the homeless service outreach out here in Sebastopol. And we do also crisis support funding. Now, what is the emergency rental assistance program? Well, that program was a program that started back in May of 2021. And we at West County Community Services first received $4 million in order to provide rental assistance to the community. As of today, we actually received over $6 million. And we have helped out 521 families, approximately over 111 families in Sebastopol. And currently, all applications for this program are being placed on a wait list due to the fact that the county has a backlog of applications that need to be processed. And currently, that is what we are waiting for. So currently, people can apply for the Emergency Renters Assistance Program, but they will be placed on a wait list. So for the ERAP program, what happened about 2 years ago is that Sonoma County received over $2 million from the federal and state programs. And we were one of the 10 nonprofit organizations that received this money. And the goal was to provide rental and utility assistance to tenants and landlords struggling to pay and receive due rent due to COVID. Now, one of the programs that I enjoy promoting is Park Village, which is here in Sebastopol. And it is one of our housing programs. We have 5 housing programs. But I'd like to pass this out if I can have someone help me. I don't know if I brought enough for everyone, but I hope I did. Now, this is the reason why I wanted to speak here today, because I'd like to take our Rotarians, my fellow Rotarians, to tour Park Village Housing Project, which is here in Sebastopol. It is a cost-effective public-private homeless housing partnership that supports 75 very low and extremely low individuals, including 19 formerly homeless individuals in permanent housing. A partnership between the city of Sebastopol, a nonprofit services provider, West County Community Services. Park Village is now in its 5th year of operation at a formerly partially empty mobile home park. Founded in July 2017, the project has proven a low-cost, low-barrier, and highly effective effort to integrate formerly homeless individuals' families into a long-standing community. This project is amazing. We have just recently finished remodeling 2 apartment rooms. So now we are responsible for 8 trailers housed there at Park Village, plus 2 apartment buildings. Plus, we're now waiting for 2 other pads that will be housing 2 more trailers. What we do there is we provide case management to the individuals that are housed at Park Village, as well as many supportive services. In the summer, the kids there are encouraged to participate in a program called Adventures, along with they get to do activities with the children also from Gertville Elementary School. So I'd love for everyone here today to sign up with me and come and tour Park Village so that you can see what amazing services West County has done for the community here in Sebastopol with housing homeless people from the Sebastopol area into Park Village. This is what it looks like. You can see it off the highway. I forget the name of I think it's the 116 that I take here to Sebastopol from Santa Rosa. So you can see it right off of the 12. And you can see it right off of the 12 freeway on your left-hand side if you're coming in from Santa Rosa. So what we did for Park Village is the city used to pay $95,000 a year for the project. They were losing $60,000 a year. So in cooperation with the city, what we did is we added 11 additional housing sites. 20 previously homeless individuals have been housed there at Park Village. And then, like I said, 2 additional 2-bedroom apartment bedrooms have been completed, and now we do have 2 families living there. Emergency calls have dropped 90% since 2017 to Park Village. So prior to West County Community Services managing the property, emergency calls were high and now they're low, thanks to West County Community Services. This is what the housing project looks like. The apartment complex that was just recently remodeled. Here's another picture. Along with our housing projects here in Sebastopol, we have Jennifer Lake, who is our homeless outreach coordinator, and her efforts are seen when you can see Morris Street cleaned up. She partners with local city, and what they do is they go out and they go look for the homeless people and they offer their services. And actually had a partnership with individuals here in Sebastopol, where now we are part of managing a safe parking site for those that need safe parking due to the fact that they live in their cars. We also provide housing and homeless services, fire danger, environmental impact, COVID-19, health and safety of everyone in the community, human dignity of those without homes, and business impact by helping clean up the homeless issue in the city of Sebastopol. Right now, what we're doing with the city of Sebastopol is we're planning strategically to focus on non-congregate versus congregate, and we're reviewing options on less formal types of housing that more people will accept. We also have a homeless shelter in Guerneville that we've been managing for the past 2 years during COVID. We manage it 24/7. It's open 24/7. And we help out about 27 homeless individuals with that homeless shelter. We provide also tents and sleeping bags for those that do not like to use our homeless shelters or want to go into our housing projects. We also have a navigation center where we do have our outreach workers go out and look for the homeless people and offer them services, and hopefully they accept. So these are the services that we have available in Sebastopol. So we have the Emergency Renters Assistance Program, we have our homeless outreach worker, we have the housing project, Park Village, and we also have counselors at the school sites here in Sebastopol. And I believe another site where we have counselors are at the senior center here in Sebastopol. So if you have any questions about the services available here in Sebastopol, I am ready to answer any questions. This was my presentation for West County Community Services and the services that we offer. Kathy?
I have 2 questions.
Yes.
The rental assistance, is that like a subsidy or is it the whole rent? And the second question is, all the different types of housing, do they all have running water and electricity?
So the Emergency Renters Assistance Program is paying 18 months of rent and utilities. So yes, I mean, we were paying, I mean, I saw checks go out in 21,000, you know, I mean, they were paying 18 months of rent. And the only thing that people needed to have was a need due to COVID. Because if you lost your job, if you were late, you know, if your hours were cut, that was a reason to come and apply for that program. And we were paying 18 months. And yes, we have water at our housing projects, at every single one of them, including the shelter.
Anna, you list case management on your flyer.
Yes.
What comes under the category of case management? And if you can comment specifically on anything you offer in the way of mental health services?
Yes, I didn't touch on the mental health services, I'm sorry, but we do have an amazing peer support program. And here in Sebastopol, we do not have a site, but the site closest to Sebastopol is the Wellness and Advocacy Center, which is located off of Challenger Way. And there, what we have for those with mental and behavioral health issues is it's our largest site. We have washers and dryers, we have showers. So an individual can go to the site, drop off their laundry with a worker there. While they wash their clothes, dry their clothes, they can shower. And then after, they get to take their clothes, clean clothes with them. Or if they want, they can come to the wellness center and ask to speak to a peer supporter. Now, these peer support programs are amazing because they're free to the community. And these peer supporters are trained for 3 months, 3 days a week to peer support. And And so we have, there's about 75 employees in West County. I don't know how many peer supporters we have, but we definitely have about, that I've known, that I've met, about 5 of them at the Wellness Center. And then we have about 3 of them at Interleague, which is in Santa Rosa, and 2 at the Empowerment Center in Monterey. And let's see, that was, I think that's it, the peer support programs. But yes, that is one of our best programs that we have that I love to promote, because it's a peer-to-peer support where if I took the course, I'd be able to help out an individual that came in, and with my experience, I'd be able to assist him. And so that is what we encounter when we come to one of our peer support programs provided by West County.
How are your many services funded? Are you largely government supported? And if so, is it mainly local government, state or federal?
We have over 20 contracts state with local, state and federal government agencies. Yes, the majority of our funded is state funded and federal.
I don't have a question, but I would like to express my gratitude for these services being available. I have an immediate family member who is mentally ill and renders himself homeless by refusing services and is very, very challenged. And had these services been available in the 1960s, my family probably would have used these because we had very difficult circumstances. So I'm just happy that there is something better now than there was then, and look forward to the day that my son says, you know, I'm kind of tired of this and I'd like to do something different. We'll see, could happen, but I'm just so grateful that there's an array of services and the organization, and that you're doing outreach like you're doing right now to inform us and to help us to see the potential that can happen, that things can be better for people. Thank you.
Yes, this is one of the reasons why I enjoy working for West County Community Services. Now, I have only been working for them for 9 months, but in the 9 months, I have seen the executive director work diligently, all of the directors for each of the programs work. I mean, everyone's a doer there. Today, I have an open house at the senior center in Kirkville, and we've been planning that for the past 2 months. And so that outreach is focused to the Hispanic community, because what we have found at West County Community Services is that minorities are not using our services. And so one of the reasons why they hired me was to go out and promote the services to those that are not using it, which is minorities, people that look like me, people that, you know. And so it's a privilege to work for West County Community Services because of those peer support programs. Like you all know, I had a sister with paranoid psychosis, and she too could have used these programs. And the most important thing is to know that these programs are free. And the sad thing is that I go out and I do the outreach and I see people that need these services but do not want to use them. So if anyone here has a strategy or has an idea to give me that can help me encourage individuals that are needing these services, use them. Please come to me and let me know what ideas you have. Michael?
What's the reason, most commonly that you find with people not wanting to utilize the services?
Can you repeat the question?
I heard him. The reason I find is because they don't think they have an issue. They don't think they need the services. The services are free. All the services are waiting there to be used. We just seem to encounter a lot of the homeless people that we're encountering are the chronic homeless, the ones who do not want to receive any of the services.
but it's an under pride. And everybody has a level of pride, so they don't want to admit that they may have a problem. They've thought of it, they may have a problem that we can help. So the challenge is, who else? Jim Blom, who you probably haven't met, but as a member of the club, has done a wonderful job reaching out to the homeless in Sebastopol. And so we should get you his phone number and have a conversation with him. It's the story, the way he did it is a tremendous story. So that's part of the big challenge, is just getting people to listen and getting it to help.
Yes, but just remember, according to the statistics from 2021, we have put a dent in homelessness. It's decreased over 40%. The problem is those homeless people that are not taking the chronic, the ones that do not think they have a problem or don't want to take the services or think they need housing. They're happy out there. They're healthy out there using their drugs and getting drunk and hanging out with their friends. We don't know. I just don't know how to convince those type of people to want to use these services. So they're there, they're amazing. Our peer support programs, honestly, I can also have a tour of our peer support sites. Those sites are amazing. You all should come and see them. We have activities like art, music, counseling services, the peer support services, just anything for wellness you can find there at these peer support programs. And so I love to promote them, and we can even use them. They serve as a complement to therapy, the therapy between your psychiatric evaluation, or if you have a counselor, if it's 3 months out, 3 weeks out, and you see your psychiatrist because you're having a meltdown and you can't, walk yourself to a peer support program, because you can walk in, talk to a peer supporter that can calm you down. This is why West County Community Services is important to me, and I hope it becomes important to you all and support us. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Today, and grateful for your participation in our club and to bring this wonderful menu of possibilities to all of us. As you know, we've made a contribution to a local school library. We will inscribe one of those books with your name. And thank you so much. So glad you're with us and glad to have you here today. Yeah. Give it up for Anna one more time. I neglected to mention that on your table is a take-home poster that you can use to learn about child abuse prevention. This is Child Abuse Prevention Month. This will take you to a website where there's a lot of information. So please take it with you, look at it yourself, and then distribute it to somebody else. Child Abuse Prevention Month is here, and we can do things about this if we make the effort. Where did these come from? These came from CPI. It used to be California Parenting Institute. Also, June is Senior Abuse Month, World Senior Abuse Month, and June 15th is World Senior Abuse Day. So we've done a lot of things. Purple Flag is representing senior abuse cases in the county. So I saw that this is a great promotion tool, great idea. But abuse happens at all ages. Yeah, so be sure to select are we supposed to select a senior to abuse next month? Should we get going on this? No. I'm 70, you can abuse me. No, that's really kind of what we're trying to avoid. Okay, so that's really not funny, but there is one more thing. Michael McLaughlin, long ago, you were winning a contest to get the second license plate, and my life is busy, so. All right. Can you see this on Michael's vehicle? Yeah. It says Rotary Club of Sebastopol Sunrise. He puts it on there, and then people will write other things on there, like, you're awesome. Yeah, so there you go, Michael.
thank you very much for all the work you do, and well deserved. And you won a contest a long time ago, and I've been waiting for that thing to come into my view. So I think that's it. Is that it? Oh, yes, there is a joke of the day. How could I forget? And it would have been Lori Darling. However, Lori Darling. Wait. You fix it. So Lori Darling got called away for back to work and wasn't able to do the joke of the day. She left the joke with you.
I will defer to Brian because he looks like he is ready.
Can we do two? Because mine's not really a joke. It's a little bit. But I've been meaning to do it because the timing's just right, because of the schools and so forth. So imagine you went to this wonderful downtown school and there's a great community. Your parents went there, your grandparents went there. Because of enrollment, you had to integrate with these other students from far away or from nearby. And they changed your mascot, they changed your name, they made you integrate. And just imagine what that's like. Imagine being an El Molino student. Okay, a real joke.
Okay, so this is thanks to Lori. So this is, I don't know, we're all going down the old trail here. There was an elderly couple who in their old age noticed they were getting a lot more forgetful. So they decided to go to the doctor. The doctor told them to start writing everything down so they don't forget. They went home and the old lady told her husband to get her a bowl of ice cream. You want me to write that down? She said. No, the husband said, I can remember a bowl of ice cream. Then she told her husband she wanted a bowl of ice cream with some whipped cream. Need to write that down? No, I can remember that too. Then the old lady said she wants a bowl of ice cream with whipped cream and a cherry on top. Write that down, she told her husband. And again, he said, no, I got it. You want ice cream with whipped cream and a cherry on top. So he goes to the kitchen to get the ice cream. He spends an unusually amount of time in the kitchen, over 30 minutes. He comes out to his wife and hands her a plate of eggs and bacon. The old woman stares at the plate and says, where's the toast?
Well done. Thank you. Well, go. Send us out, sir. There you go.